Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 3, Episode 103 now with me, Sid. Yeah, I've actually put the episode number in. I'll probably forget next time we come to do that. So, plans for today. Thank you everybody for the feedback that you've given me on the custom NPCs mod idea. Good news is that it does work. I have tested it. It's not in this version, in this particular load, or is it actually? Let me just check. Did I leave it in? At custom. No, it's not in. Anyway, I didn't think I'd put it in this. I took it out just to avoid any corruption issues. Early doors, because obviously we don't want to break things before we're ready to use them. It does work. That's the first thing. It has some issues. It is not issue free, and most of them stem from a bad upbringing. No, it doesn't. Stop that. The issues are actually very simple. The main issue is the combat, because if you arm a custom NPC with even any weapon, it doesn't really matter what, it doesn't do a great deal of damage. They can fight. We don't want them to fight this, but this is why it's not a major issue, of course. But they can, and it does work. But what I found was if you arm a guard with a sword and he attacks a skeleton, crash. So yeah. So not 100% perfect, but it does work. You can put them in there. We can give them some basic scripted tasks, so they wander around the town at set times and do things at set times, and give them scripted dialogue if we wish. All of that is doable. We can alter their appearance. That's probably the more important feature. So for example, the test one I did I made a copy of the world and tested it, because that's good testing practice. No, don't test in your real world, test in a copy. And I made a dwarf. I actually shrunk him down to about 70, I think, his torso. I tried to make him look more like the fantasy description, with the the stocky, so roughly the same proportions as a human. Well, I suppose if in fantasy literature you would say as a human, because obviously in fantasy literature a dwarf is a race and not a genetic condition. And it worked fine. He ran around. I can't remember what I called him now, and he would wander around and do stuff, and looked about right. So the long and short of, I suppose, long story short, as Dival 20 would say, it looks very likely that we are going to use the custom NPCs mod at some point in the future. I'm not going to do it immediately. Oops. Because, well, because I'm not. It's more of a finishing off. I mean, we are into the end game now of this particular season, because we've got our little red bucket. And once you got your little red bucket, you've more or less, you've won. You beat the game. But there are a few things I want to do which we've not been able to do, because we haven't had a little red bucket, and that little red bucket is crucial for some of my plans. I would love to try making a gunpowder barrel, for example. I've never ever done that in TFC. Make a full blasting powder barrel, set it off, and just for the hell of it, let's see, let's watch the world burn kind of thing. And to do that, the easiest way is going to be build a mob farm. Now, mob farms in TFC, what we got? One, hang on, that's not going to go. That is not going to fly, is it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I've obviously got quite a few structures to build. Another suggestion has been given to me by just bear with me, I will get the details. Let me just pull that one up. I think where are we? Come on. Oh yeah, it's Yona. Suggested doing a sea chapel. So yeah, that's a suggestion that is definitely doable. But what I would like from you guys is suggestions for the NPCs, professions, names, and if you wish, skins. So if there is a particular person, oh damn it, I haven't got any veg in there. If there is a skin, if it's your own skin, whatever that you'd like that person to have, just give us the skin. I obviously will vet them first to make sure that I'm not, someone's not giving me the skin of, Pamela Anderson naked or something like that. Actually, that's probably not a very nice mental image these days. She's getting on a bit, isn't she? But yeah, so sorry about the chickens. They really am going to have to do something about those. But right now, I'm more interested in sorting out some carrots because I'd like my sandwiches to be as nutritious as possible. Okay, and we'll have that one as well, and stack you in there, and then we shall come down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good. Right. So, plan for today, apart from us soliciting names, is to work over on that bit of the build. I want a whole load of. In fact, we might as well go over. No, I haven't got food on me. I want a whole load of pine logs. That's the first thing I'm going to need. And we're going to start working on the waterfront tavern. That's the plan. So yeah, I will get myself sorted. We will go and grab a whole load of logs, and world will be a good and happy place. Honest, it will. I'm just going to go and sort my inventory out. Back in a bit. Alright, so I'm going to use this area as a fairly, I need to sort out that one day, this particular area, because eventually we're going to have to do our orchard, so we're going to have to clear this area anyway, to some degree. So I'm not bothered about getting the saplings. I just want myself a reasonable number of pine logs. I want something that looks very similar to spruce in vanilla. I also want to just sort this out because it is going to drive me up the wall otherwise. I don't even know. I must have cut that at at some point when there was another tree there, because they looked to be some willow bark, and of course what's happened is it's taken out more than the tree I was cutting down, and it's left a little bit of the old one that wasn't quite fully connected in. But that's not a problem. We can work around that. But right now, pine is the thing. So waterfront tavern. This is going to be built in a slightly Tudor fashion, hence why the pine logs. Actually, it's going to be built in a very Tudor fashion. But we're going to exploit some of the features of TerraFirmaCraft that we don't have in vanilla Minecraft, or even some aspects of modded Minecraft, unless you had something, say, like chisels and bits to make that look right. And as I say, this area is going to become our orchard area anyway eventually, so we might as well grab as much of this as we can while we're here and have done with. So we'll grab that. The other thing we're going to need is we're going to need to make more alabaster. I thought I'm going to check first because I've got a little bit of alabaster, and I just want to see what we think in terms of palette. But I think we should have enough here. There's loads to come out. I mean, this area is just snided out with these pine trees, so that's not a problem. But yeah, so waterfront tavern. That's our drive today. We'll probably not get the, like with the fishing shack, I don't think we'll get the whole thing done. It's most builds in TerraFirmaCraft are that little bit more intensive, and consequently I do like that as a little kind of thing. You can even sit in it, have a bathe. Yeah, so it's going to be a little bit intensive, and what we're going to do is, first things first, we need to, oh Christ, our inventory's full already. The problem, of course, is I'm carrying a load of food around, but I'm also carrying stuff I still don't need, such as, one day we will get to use all of that once I make some more black steel. I don't think have I got any black steel left? One bar. Ah well, it's not a problem. There are no such things as problems. We can get rid of you as well. There you go. That gives us a little bit of breathing space, and we can get rid of these maple logs over at the thingy. But if we come in here and we go and get what we got, some alabaster. I'm going to get this marble. Two options. Now the alabaster might be too white. I'm also going to just get rid of these maple logs for this build. And oh god, I've got those things to pick up. So many things to do. I'm so glad I don't actually work on a farm. I grew up on a farm, but I'm so glad I don't work on a farm in real life. That would be a great deal of hard work. Yeah, that's a problem. That is a problem. What can we put in there? Sticks, hammer. Stack, and do a bit more stackage, and that will come up there. Excellent. Don't need any of the hammer on me right now because we're not doing any chiseling. No doubt I will forget that because that's how things work. Anyway, so what is the plan for these cherries? By the way, dried cherries and dried fruit seem to last forever. So I've got fruit in there which I'm sure is seasons old. So in terms of the where I want to build this, the waterfront tavern is going to go here, from here to about here, maybe a little bit further over this way, and we'll move these barrels around and do that, the various things. But what we need to think about is the actual, so if I just do something like, no, and yes I know the axe is faster. So your traditional, your kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, the thing, this is marble, so this is kind of your Tudor effect. Realistically it probably would have been more like an alabaster-y thing, but is that too, I actually don't mind that. That is not too white. I think we'll go with the alabaster. It's a bit of a pain to make, but it's actually not that bad compared to having to go out to marble country and mine a load of marble. So yeah, we'll go with that. So what we need to do is I need to place some of these logs down. In fact, I might actually stick some logs on the dock at some point. Maybe if I go, you won't let me place it on that, will you? Damn you. Oh, I'll have to go somewhere like this over here then. I mean, we could just place these anyway for now, but that would actually make sense. We could actually use that as another dock decoration, and it wouldn't look out of place. Okay, right, so we need to move you, all of these. We need to move that and that and that probably, and we'll just shift these out of the way over down here somewhere or something like that for now. Bonk, 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 bonk. Oops, no, bonk. and then a little bit of that there, just out of the way. We'll stick some apples there. I bet that, oh, that's actually storage as well. My God, there's so much storage in DecoCraft. Who knew? And there you go. You can go there. Right. So, dock front, starting here for dock front, and we'll come out a little bit like that, and then we'll come to there, and we're going to have 2, 3 like that. I'm going to need more, but that will give you out from that little height. Right, so it's not going to be huge. It's good. It's going to cut back into this hill here. So we are going to take a lot of this out, and we're going to be cutting straight back in, maybe as far as, say, about maybe as far as here, and we'll then build it up, and everything will be good and sound and great and yada yada. With me? Right, let me get on with doing a little bit of that, and I will see you when we've got a little bit of progress to show. Alright, a little bit further on, I've got the frame in, or at least the bulk of the frame. I'm just tunneling this out. This layer here is going to stay, but it occurs to me we probably should set our alabaster off while we are, before we need it, because alabaster is one of those things where you have to go through a bit of a process to get it, and yeah, so we probably want to be working on that. Now I'm trying to remember some of the settings, because it's a while since I did the alabaster and then discounted it as an option. So what we need to do is start off with, we need to drop off a whole load of these blocks. We're keeping the alabaster, and get rid of that. Now, what did I do with the gypsum? First world problems, eh? Where did I put that gypsum? You are gypsum plaster. Unseal. So we've got 9 buckets of gypsum plaster, and we need to make alabaster. The recipe for that is gypsum powder in gypsum plaster makes gypsum alabaster blocks. Simples. If we can find gypsum powder, that will make us 64. Now, what do we make that out of? Gypsum. Okay, well, that kind of makes sense, I suppose. Do we have any gypsum? Any more? Any more gypsum? I'm just trying to think where I've seen gypsum. Hang on, recipe for that. That. Yeah, this could be a problem if we haven't got any more gypsum. We're going to have to find it, and I'm going to have to remember where the hell we found it in the first place, which probably going to involve going back and watching a whole bunch of videos. Gypsum plaster, fresh water. So we're going to pop you in there, and we are going to seal, and that is going to output 64 alabaster. I hope it's enough. I mean, I could mix and match, and we could have the floor as a different, the ground floor as a different thing, maybe some timber of some description. That is always an option. Now, yeah, so that's cooking. I've got to continue hollowing that house out, and I really could do with trying to remember where the hell I put the. I mean, we could go with white cedar for the ground floor. That might. Yeah, that might work and stretch out the gypsum. It's funny, you know, TerraFirmaCraft, you don't... When you play traditional Minecraft, you have no idea what the meaning of the word resource poor is until you've played TerraFirmaCraft and tried to make something simple like this. Yeah, because I painted a whole load blue, didn't I? And I don't think I can do anything with that. I dyed it. That was right. Damn it. Okay, well, we'll leave that to cook. I'm going to go and have a look at my white cedar supplies, but we can always go and harvest white cedar if we need to. This should be a whole load grown. And willow, you see we haven't got a huge amount of white cedar there. Got some, but we can always go and grab some more. That is not a problem. Yeah, so white cedar for the ground floor. And again, we can still treat it in the same way as we're going to do the upstairs floor, which of course I realise you don't know what we're going to do yet, so I'm going to keep that secret. And then we'll go with the alabaster on the next floor, and I think that will work out as a reasonable workaround. That will give us 32 planks, which we can obviously pop those in, maybe offset that way a little bit, and then put in that and that going on there, so that kind of frees that up. Then you've got the inside edges down here, all nice and good, and then yeah, alabaster on the top, and we'll come up with a different floor. So what I need to do is just continue on this, and I will be back again once we've got some alabaster. Okay, well, there's alabaster. 1, 2. I don't know if I've got any more left in here. I may have a little teeny bit, a little bit of gypsum, not much, which is a pain. So I don't know. Even with that, I'm not sure whether I'm going to have enough. So I'm going to have to be very careful. That's all I can say. Right, let's just leave the night off. I can show you what we've got so far. I'll just put a little bit of the alabaster in. We've cut right back on the inside, so that's good, and it's going to be touch and go as to how we go with resource, whether we've got enough gypsum or not. If not, we'll have to go out and find some, and I honestly can't remember where it was. I've not had a good look at the map, I must say, but I don't know if I have a waypoint with gypsum on it or not. But and I may that window may go yet as well. So in here we're gonna have probably the front here will be a nice large window, I think, maybe a 2. I don't want it massive, but because that would be silly. At the back here we'll have no window there, maybe there, and again if we can do it as 2s, there we go. I mean, Christ, we've used half of that already. Dear. Oh dear. What are we to do? Because this one is not going to be friendly to having as well. Get a small window in there. That will give us some leeway, but we haven't got enough now to do. We've only got enough to get. We've got just enough to do this floor, which will be fine. But we also need to do the top. So we're going to need probably another half stack at bare minimum. Yeah, I need 9 more, which is cooking. We need to get some more cedar, which I just was going to go and harvest before I realised that was done. So I need to figure out where we get gypsum from. Just go and have a little look, see what we got. So at the moment, not really much to write home about, but it will be. So I'm off to get some cedar. I'm also going to figure out where the gypsum came from and be back in a mo. Alright, well, we've got the next 9. I have checked the gypsum powder or gypsum comes from sedimentary rocks such as chalk, and they're always surface ores, which is good. And I've got my 9 gypsum powder here. Now for floor, I'm thinking of this floor here is going to be chestnut. We're just going to very quickly get the walls finished out though in the on this floor. And again, all the way back, that is not going to be things. We'll have that. This side will have no windows at all, so this is probably going to be the side that the stairway goes in. Now I may go back and stick a little like cellar into here. I haven't decided yet. It's an option, because I may use that for storing all of the booze that we brew when we get around to building the brew house, and those are just any old dross blocks, because you know it doesn't matter. So chestnut. If I were chestnut, what would I look like? Because chestnut is, I've got some hickory. That's the one of the. I need a little bit more. I'm going to need more than that, but that's fine. We'll go with chestnut for the floor. We'll stick with a plan. I always find it helps if you stick with a plan. It's a lot easier than just immediately going and running off and trying to change your mind halfway through. So if I go from here, and if I go stair, that's fine. And we can, where's my chisel? We can take you back as stairs. We can probably even do the undersides and go one. Oops, no, we need the hammer, don't we, to do that. This is the best. This is the best bit with the TFC chisel, is to be able to get that going on. Oh, and that needs to go like so. Excellent. And then obviously that will come around here like that. Now at what point? Probably there. That's probably as good a point as any to stick that particular feature in. Grab some more chestnut. Hopefully we got enough chestnut, but we'll see. If not, I think I've got more. I'm pretty certain there's more in the wood yard, and it ain't going to be enough, as per usual, by 3 whole blocks. Wow. So that comes up here. We get the alabaster. We get you in here like this. There will be another stairway which will start here and go. In fact, that probably wants to be alabaster and go up here. Will it, or will it go up that way? Maybe we'll just go straight up this side. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure how that will go yet. But that gives us the basics. We've got windows. There. Actually, no. Oh, I was going to. I haven't got silk. You know, you sit there and you go, oh man, I should have silk touched that, and then you remember that you're playing TerraFirmaCraft and you haven't got silk touch. Yeah, it's gonna have to be like that. That's fine. So that gives us that going on. Now this hickory, let me so typically if I were doing a Tudor build, I would put this kind of logs going in and then come up like that, but there was a different style of Tudor build. If I can just get that in there, and what you had is these wooden, almost like wooden frames. This is going to be a bit of a pain to do, as you can probably imagine, but especially when your planks go flying off everywhere. But we can quite easily get that going there, and then we can obviously take, if I take you across. Now that, yeah, I'm not going to bother with window boxes. It's a waterside tavern. It's not a tea room in the Lake District. But we can just run down here, getting all of this, and we can do the same down here if we wish. There's not much point because that is planks, and you wouldn't need to have this reinforcement on your well, I think this was technically like a wattle and daub style building material, but you know, we can get that going on. I may do that going up and not have them quite so uniform, but that's the kind of style I was thinking of aiming to get in there. Of course, what we need to do, and I'm going to need more hickory for ultimately, but what we do need to do, and this is probably dangerous as hell, can we do this like that? Maybe if we did something like that, then we can get this going, and I think, off the top of my head, I can stand on that if I'm feeling very precarious. I mean, this fall is going to hurt if I screw this up. There is no doubt about that. Yeah, hang on then. Let me just hop and hop. Let me go and have a look at the hickory situation. I know there is plums. I need to also get them going so we can get some more fruit juice, which we can turn into wine to put into the thingy. But I want hickory. Oh, pardon me. We've got that. I think I've got another hickory tree growing over there as well. Okay, so that's the plan for there. I think next episode what we'll do is we shall go over to chalk country over here. This is all, I think, chalk. So we've got a pretty good chance of finding the rest of the gypsum. So we'll get that done. We'll in between episodes I'm going to get the front. Well, let's go and get that gypsum. Check how long I've been recording. I may just finish that little bit of hickory work off over there. Oh, I need the. So let me check how long I've been recording, get that hickory work done, go and chop down another hickory tree, but only after trying to get a few saplings from it, because I don't think I have any more hickory. I don't. And whilst I believe the chances of a sapling drop from the side are slightly lower than if you break each leaf individually. But at the end of the day, I only have so much time in the world. Oh, you see, we get two, so actually we've doubled our investment on our investment already. There we go. Okay, and that's that one. So what we'll do is get that planted, those planted, carry on, and I'll be back in a mo. Alright, well, I'm going slightly over 30 minutes, but that's what we're looking like at the moment. I've just got the thing now. I'm working around the side here, and I've run out of hickory again. But I put the shutters in. I thought they kind of worked. We've got the flooring up over here now, so this is all done. We need to do both sides for the I don't even know what that stuff's called, the wood. And I have just harvested the plums from the two trees outside of the compound. So what we need to do now, you are fruit wine, so you're sealed. You are fruit wine, you're sealed. I need to find a next to empty barrel of random stuff. Unseal, unseal. We'll get those together and we shall pick this one up because I want an empty barrel, and we'll place that down. We'll go and grab our, well, there's some more plums to harvest, but we'll grab the put the jute away while we're at it. Jute fibre put away. Let's be tidy. Yeah, so we need to do these plums, but I need to grab this thing, because that's obviously making olives, and I really don't want to be making two of these. One was enough. Hopper becomes a fruit press, which nicely crafts back to a hopper when you want it to be a hopper, which is a nice little feature, a featurette even. And pop you in there. We can stick that and that in there, and then we can stick you on the top. Oh no, not there, my friend. Stick you there, and that should start doing its thing, getting fruit juice. So yeah, and we can make more fruit wine for the tavern. And yeah, I'm not that desperate for a single plum that I'm going to go hunting or going down that hole for it. Yeah, so I've got that to do. And next episode, as I say, we will go and tackle our gypsum shortage. Hopefully get the bulk of the structure, if not the whole tavern, finished next episode, and within an episode or two we will maybe be in a position where, because obviously I'm recording ahead of myself as usual, so we'll maybe be in a position where we can start putting some life into this place once I've got your thing. So don't forget, suggestions on a postcard, no, suggestions in the comments, names of NPCs, careers of NPCs, the in-game name of the skin, if you would like yours or anybody else's skin for that matter to appear in the as an NPC. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for now.